Adam woke up to the sound of his own voice, but not in his own room. He was lying on a lavish bed, in a room that smelled faintly of roses and expensive perfume. The silk sheets tangled around him like they belonged to someone else. A voice called from the doorway, "Finally awake, Adam. Breakfast is ready." He sat up, blinking. Wait, Adam wasn't supposed to be here. Yesterday, he was living a normal, boring life. Today, he was the male lead in a cheesy romance novel he had read once. The one infamous for its abusive, controlling male protagonist, Ariston Vale. Adam, no, Ariston groaned. Great. I transmigrated into the worst trope in literary history. As he looked in the mirror, he saw himself, but with Ariston's sharp jawline, dark eyes, and smug smirk. He ran a hand through his hair. This wasn't going to be easy. Then came the knock at the door. Adam, breakfast. Adam dragged himself to the dining room, bracing for the usual grand introduction of the heroine, Leela, the girl whose life he was destined to ruin in the original story. And there she was, Leela Vale, or wait, in the book she was Leela Hart, right? Either way, her icy glare could freeze a summer day. Good morning, Adam said cautiously, trying not to smirk like the original Ariston. I'm Adam. Leela's eyebrows shot up. Adam, you're different today. Different, Adam thought. That's one word for it. Normally, Ariston would have leaned in, said some cruelly charming line, and she'd storm off, heartbreaking and dramatic as ever. But Adam cleared his throat and said honestly, Look, I know I'm supposed to be some terrible guy, but I'm not. I promise. Leela blinked. You promise? Yes, I'm trying, rewriting my story maybe. Second chance kind of thing. She stared at him like he'd grown a second head. You're insane. Adam smiled faintly. Maybe, but maybe that's the only way we survive this cheesy plot. Leela narrowed her eyes, skeptical, but Adam had a feeling this reborn life wasn't going to be completely hopeless. At least he hoped. Adam thought he was off to a decent start. Leela didn't glare as much as usual, and he hadn't insulted anyone yet. Small victories, right? That illusion shattered when he stepped outside. The courtyard was buzzing with the usual novel drama, servants whispering, a rival male lead glaring from afar, and, of course, his own ex-girlfriend plotting her next petty revenge. Ariston, the rival drawled, his voice thick with disdain. Adam froze. Old habits die hard. Nope, Adam muttered under his breath. Not Ariston, Adam, reformed Adam. But as he tried to politely greet the rival, he tripped over an uneven cobblestone, sending his breakfast flying straight onto the pristine gown of Leela's friend. The courtyard went silent, all eyes on Adam. Smooth, Leela muttered, barely suppressing a laugh. Real smooth, Adam. Adam groaned, wishing he could just vanish into the air. This was going to be harder than he thought. If he kept doing everything wrong, he might still end up the villain, or worse, the laughing stock of the kingdom. He dusted himself off and whispered, Step 1, survive day 1, that's all, just survive. Adam thought surviving day 1 was enough of a miracle, but apparently the universe, or this cursed novel, had other plans. Later that afternoon, he found himself alone with Leela in the castle's rose garden. She was kneeling to adjust a fallen blossom, her fingers brushing the petals gently. For a moment, Adam forgot the ridiculous stakes of his story. She looked peaceful. Nice garden, he said cautiously. Leela glanced up, suspicious. You mean the one you're supposed to ruin later? Adam shook his head quickly. No, I mean it's really nice. I didn't plan it, but I appreciate it. She raised an eyebrow, but there was a faint twitch at the corner of her lips that looked suspiciously like amusement. Adam felt heat rise to his cheeks. Great. The villainous male lead glow was already acting up, except this time it was genuine embarrassment. So you're really trying? Leela asked finally. Yes, Adam said firmly. I don't want to be Ariston, I want a second chance, for both of us, I guess. For a moment, silence. Then Leela sighed, shaking her head. You're hopeless, but I suppose we'll see. Adam smiled, heart pounding. Maybe he wasn't doomed yet. Maybe, just maybe, he could rewrite this story after all. Just when Adam thought things might actually go smoothly, the castle doors slammed open with a dramatic flair. Ariston, the voice screeched. Adam groaned. Of course it was his ex-girlfriend, Selina, the ultimate chaos magnet of the novel. She strutted into the room, eyes sharp and calculating. So this is the new Adam everyone's talking about. Adam swallowed. I'm Adam, he said carefully, trying to keep his tone calm. Not Ariston, and I'd like it if you... Don't call me by your real name, Selina interrupted, flashing a wicked smile. Oh, I love chaos too much for that. Leela, who had been nearby, crossed her arms, glaring at Selina. Stay away from him. Selina's smirk widened. Ah, the heroine protective mode, how quaint. But trust me, this story doesn't end with her winning. Adam felt the familiar icy grip of tension in the air. He had two choices: play by the novel's script, or do something completely unexpected. He took a deep breath, squared his shoulders, and said, Listen, Selina, I don't care about the story, I'm not Ariston. And whatever you're planning, it won't work. Not this time. Selina blinked, clearly surprised, then laughed, a little too loud, a little too manic. Oh, Adam, you have no idea what you've gotten yourself into. Adam sighed. Day one had been hard. Day two, apparently it was going to be a war. Adam didn't have much time to dwell on Selina's warning. That evening, as he wandered the halls trying to avoid further chaos, a soft voice called out. Psst, Adam. He turned to see Damien, the young but clever servant who had always seemed loyal to Ariston in the original story. In Adam's version, he wasn't sure if he could trust anyone, but something about Damien's nervous smile felt genuine. You're not going to play the villain, are you? Damien asked cautiously. Adam shook his head. No, I'm trying to survive and maybe actually do the right thing for once. Damien grinned, a spark of mischief in his eyes. Good, because if you want to survive Selina and the other disasters waiting for you, you're going to need help. I've seen the original story. You can't do it alone. Adam felt a surge of relief. Finally, an ally. Not a servant following orders blindly, not a romantic rival scheming behind his back, someone on his side. So what do we do? Adam asked. Damien leaned closer. First, we plan. Second, we avoid every trap Ariston originally fell into. Third, we survive. And maybe, just maybe, you'll finally earn Leela's trust. Adam nodded, determination settling in his chest. With an unexpected ally at his side, maybe, just maybe, this second chance could actually work. The next morning, Adam found himself in the grand ballroom. A masquerade ball was in full swing, exactly the kind of over-the-top scene that had ruined Ariston in the original story. Adam scanned the room. Selina was there, of course, draped in crimson silk, eyes searching for any chance to cause drama. The rival male lead lingered in the shadows, and a dozen nobles whispered behind delicate fans. Damien leaned in, whispering, Remember, don't make the same mistakes Ariston did. Smile politely, stay calm, and don't let Selina manipulate you. Adam swallowed. Got it. Smile politely, stay calm, survive. As he made his way across the ballroom, Leela appeared, wearing a simple but elegant gown. She caught his eye and gave a subtle nod. Encouragement, or a test. Adam didn't know, but he took it as a sign. Then Selina approached, mask in hand. Care to dance, Adam? She purred. Adam hesitated. The old Ariston would have thrown himself into the dance, letting her control the rhythm, letting the chaos unfold. But Adam had a plan. I'm afraid I'll step on your toes, he said calmly, backing away. But perhaps you should enjoy the dance with someone more experienced. Selina's eyes widened, shock flashing across her face. This was not the reaction she expected. Leela, standing nearby, smirked faintly. Adam felt a tiny spark of victory, One small victory, but in this dangerous game, every small win mattered. The next day, Adam had barely caught his breath when a sudden summer storm hit the castle grounds. Rain poured down, drenching everything in silver sheets. Most people scrambled inside, but Adam found himself wandering toward the gardens, lost in thought. And there she was, Leela standing under a large oak, her hair plastered to her face, eyes glistening with rain. "Adam," she called softly. He hurried over, concerned. "Are you okay?" She shook her head, a small, almost sad smile on her lips. I've never seen anyone try to be different like you. It's strange, but I like it. I like that you're trying." Adam felt his heart thump wildly. This was it, the moment that didn't exist in the original novel. Leela, the girl who hated Ariston, admitting she actually appreciated him, not the villain. "I'm not perfect," Adam admitted. "I'll probably mess up a lot, but I want to be better for you, for me, for us." For a long moment, the rain fell silently around them, and Leela studied him. Then she smiled, a genuine, soft smile that made Adam feel like maybe the storm outside wasn't so bad after all. "You're crazy," she said, laughing lightly. "But I think I can trust you, maybe." Adam grinned, heart soaring. One confession at a time, one step at a time, he might just rewrite the story after all. Just as Adam thought things were finally settling down, trouble stormed back into his life, literally. Selena wasn't going to let him slip through her fingers so easily. That evening, a mysterious letter arrived at the castle addressed to Adam, sealed with an ominous crimson wax. Damien immediately recognized the seal. "It's her," Damien said gravely. "Selena's up to something." Adam broke the seal and read the note. "Meet me at the old pavilion tonight, alone, or everything you care about will be ruined." Adam felt his stomach knot. It was a trap, of course it was. But he also knew he couldn't run. He had to protect Leela, his allies, and maybe even the people who didn't realize they were part of this story's chaos. He turned to Damien. "You stay behind. If I don't come back, warn everyone. Don't let her win." Damien nodded reluctantly. "Be careful, Adam. This isn't just another day in the story. She's dangerous." That night under the moonlight, Adam approached the pavilion. Selena emerged from the shadows, smirking. "You really think you can rewrite the story?" she taunted. "You're in my world now, Adam, and I always get my ending." Adam squared his shoulders, refusing to let fear take him. "Not this time. Not if I have anything to say about it." The tension crackled between them, a battle of wills in the quiet night. This was more than just survival, it was war. Selena's grin widened as she circled Adam like a predator stalking its prey. "You really think you can beat me at my own game?" Adam clenched his fists. "I'm not trying to beat you. I'm trying to survive and protect the people you keep trying to hurt." Her eyes flicked toward the grand pavilion entrance, where shadows of guards, unknowingly under her influence, waited. Adam realized this was a trap. But instead of panicking, he remembered something Damien had whispered earlier. "Think like the villain, act like yourself." He smiled faintly. "If it's a dance you want, let's dance." Before Selena could react, Adam grabbed a nearby lantern and tossed it toward the corner, creating a small cloud of smoke. In the confusion, he darted behind one of the pavilion pillars, narrowly avoiding her grasp. "Clever," Selena hissed, her frustration palpable. "But this isn't over, Adam." Adam's chest pounded, adrenaline surging through him. He peeked around the pillar and saw Leela stepping out from the shadows, a worried yet determined look on her face. "You okay?" she asked, gripping his arm. Adam shook his head, trying to suppress a grin. "Better than okay. We're rewriting the story together." And for the first time, he felt like he wasn't just surviving. He was fighting for something real: love, trust, and a second chance. The next morning, Adam woke to a quiet castle, the aftermath of last night's chaos leaving everyone on edge. Leela was already waiting for him in the library, holding a stack of old letters. "What's this?" Adam asked, curious. "These belonged to Ariston before he became the villain," Leela explained. "I found them hidden in the archives. There's a side to him no one ever saw, and maybe a way for you to avoid his mistakes." Adam took a letter, scanning the flowing handwriting. It revealed Ariston's insecurities, his loneliness, and the fear that no one would ever love him. The villainous mask had been his defense, a mask Adam now understood all too well. "So the original villain wasn't born evil," Adam muttered. "He just got stuck in the story." Leela nodded. "Exactly. That's why I think you can change everything. If you understand him, you can avoid becoming him." Adam felt a mix of relief and determination. He wasn't just trying to survive a story anymore. He was learning from it, rewriting it in real time, with the knowledge of what had gone wrong. But as he left the library, a shadow fell across the hall. Selina had overheard everything. "You think you know everything, don't you?" she sneered. "Let's see how long that lasts." Adam squared his shoulders. The war wasn't over, but with Leela and Damien by his side, he was ready for whatever came next. Days passed, and Adam began to notice something strange about Leela. She was still wary of him, but her icy demeanor seemed to soften whenever they were alone. One evening, as they walked along the castle's moonlit terrace, Adam decided to take a bold step. "Leela, can I ask you something?" he said nervously. She glanced at him, eyebrow raised. "Depends on the question." Adam took a deep breath. "Do you trust me? Not just as someone who's trying not to ruin your life, but as me." For a moment, Leela was silent, looking out over the garden. Then she turned, a faint blush coloring her cheeks. I don't know," she admitted honestly. "I've seen parts of you I never expected, Adam. You're not Ariston, but trusting someone isn't easy after everything that's happened." Adam nodded, understanding. "I get it. I just want you to know that I'll keep trying. No games, no manipulations, just me." Leela's eyes softened, and for the first time, Adam saw a glimmer of warmth in her gaze. Maybe trust could grow, even in the most complicated story. But deep down, Adam knew their journey was far from over. Selina was still out there, scheming, and the novel's original path threatened to pull them back into chaos at any moment. Selina's next move came sooner than Adam expected. During a lavish banquet, she orchestrated a scandal, spreading false rumors about Adam and Leela in front of the entire court. Whispers spread like wildfire, nobles pointing and exchanging sly glances. Adam could feel the old Ariston's fate creeping toward him. Panic started to rise, but he forced himself to stay calm. Leela approached him, her hand brushing his arm. "Ignore them," she whispered. "They don't know the real story." Adam nodded. For the first time, he realized the key wasn't just avoiding mistakes, it was taking control of his own narrative. Standing tall, Adam addressed the court. "I won't let rumors decide my actions or my relationships. Leela and I, whatever the story says, we write our own path, and I won't let anyone manipulate that." A stunned silence fell over the room. Selina's smirk faltered. The nobles exchanged uneasy glances. Adam could feel the tide turning. After the banquet, as he walked with Leela in the quiet gardens, she leaned close. "You really are different, Adam," she murmured. I believe in you." Adam smiled, heart pounding. The villainous shadow of Ariston was fading, replaced by someone stronger, kinder, and braver than the original story ever allowed. With Selina's schemes failing and the court slowly turning in their favor, Adam finally felt a sense of control over his life. But there was one thing he hadn't faced yet, his feelings for Leela. One evening, as the sun set over the castle, painting the sky in shades of gold and crimson, Adam found Leela alone in the rose garden. "Leela," he began, voice trembling slightly, I care about you. Not because the story says I should, not because anyone expects it, but because I do. I've tried to be better for myself, for others, and for you. Leela's eyes softened and she stepped closer. Adam, I've seen your heart. I trust it. I trust you. Adam took her hand gently. Then maybe we can finally write our own ending, together. Leela smiled, a mixture of relief and affection in her gaze. Together. For the first time, Adam felt truly free, not bound by the cruel plot of a cheesy, abusive novel, but empowered by love, trust, and second chances. As the golden sun dipped below the horizon, they stood together, ready to face whatever chaos or comedy life, or story, threw at them. The castle was alive with laughter, music, and light, the first time in memory that it didn't feel like a stage for tragedy or scheming. Selena had been sent away, her plots dismantled by Adam's courage and wit. The rival male lead had quietly left town, muttering about being outsmarted. Peace at last. Adam stood on the terrace, looking out over the gardens where he and Leela had shared so many stolen moments. He felt the weight of the old story lift off his shoulders. He was Ariston. He was Adam, a man who had been given a second chance, a chance to rewrite the narrative of his life. Leela joined him, slipping her hand into his. So, what now? She asked softly. Adam smiled, heart full. Now we live our story. No scripts, no villains, no ridiculous plot twists, just us. Leela leaned her head on his shoulder. I think I'd like that. As the sun set, painting the sky in warm golds and pinks, Adam felt a calm he hadn't known before. The novel's ending would never define him. He had love, friendship, and the freedom to choose. And in that moment, Adam realized that being reborn wasn't about escaping the past. It was about creating a future worth living. Hand in hand with Leela, Adam took a deep breath, ready to step into a life of laughter, love, and the kind of happily ever after that no cheesy story could ever dictate.